What's up then, fellas? How you doing? Hola, ¿cómo está? Bonsoir. Très bien, merci. Charlie, how far? How you dey? Waiting they happen. Waiting they happen for your end. Waiting they happen. Welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host, Nate. Let's talk football. Well, before we get into everything transfer and football, let's talk about the Chelsea squad a little bit. Proper Chelsea materials, bro. What they have done, man, it absolutely, great. That great stuff. They have decided to donate a portion of their money they receive from the club, worker. They start paying the club give them. They have decided to donate a portion of that to the family of Diego Jota and Andrew Silva. Man, listen, hands up for that. Kudos to them. Absolutely, great stuff right there, right? Brilliant from the squad, and man. And I feel like this don't just kind of show that, oh, they think about the family, because they also understand what Diego Jota was to Pedro Neto as well. So they know that both of them were close friends. They were pretty good friends as well. So they're doing that. It's not just support to Diego Jota family, it's also support to their own teammate in Pedro Neto. So kudos to the entire squad and everyone that contributed to it. Proper Chelsea. We move. Well, today, instead of starting with Chelsea, we're gonna start somewhere else, but it's related to Chelsea, so you will understand. Just follow me. But Kingsley Coman to Al Nassr is a done deal, so we know this is happening, or this has happened. Kingsley Coman to Al Nassr is a done deal. Al Nassr is building something. They have João Felix, Mane, now Kingsley Coman, right? And then the big man himself, the GOAT, right? But so him leaving Bayern to join Al Nassr, that kind of opened the room for another player. Now we know Bayern is interested in, or has a long-term interest in, another player called Nicholas Watermeer, something like that. I don't really know the name of this geezer, but they have an interest in him, right? So they don't really know what's going on with that, but they also have an interest in Christopher Nkunku, and they appreciate the player as well. And there's a rumor that they have agreed with Christopher Nkunku as well, or they are in negotiation with his camp to agree personal terms. So this is good in terms of Chelsea working on outgoings, and I'll tell you what is that. Because now that Coleman has left, the space is now available. And I told you, Nkunku being a versatile player is appreciated by many clubs as well. Like I told you, many clubs been calling, been seeking. Even Newcastle have been in the mix a little bit, right? But now Bayern, like I said, is showing concrete interest. They appreciate the player and they want him even more, right? And I think he's going to do even better at Bayern. Concerning the player that is going to be around him, man, he's going to kill it there. But if this deal happen, because the reason why this deal is linked to the Chelsea one, because now that, like I said, Kingsley Coman has left the room, there's an available spot for Nkunku to come. And once Nkunku comes in, because Chelsea is working on outgoing, and I think that's kind of the hold on in terms of Simmons deal. Once that happens, I think the Simmons deal will speed up immediately, right? So Chelsea haven't really made a bet. I think the part of the reason they delay is not the case that they don't want to pay whatever amount they actually were, it's part of that. I think maybe Chelsea want to pay around 60 million and Leipzig is requesting for 70 million. So, but I feel if they get Nkunku out as early as now, I see that happening, right? I see the deal, happy. I see Simmons coming to Chelsea within, a week or so. But let's see. Hopefully this can happen and this can be done. And in terms of outgoings with Chelsea, we know Nicola Jackson has a link with Newcastle, but hopefully, something happened with that. We don't really know, because we know Newcastle, like speaking of Newcastle, they signed a player, right? We know that was difficult, but congratulations to them. Somebody has finally signed for Newcastle. Newcastle has finally gotten it over the line. Oh my days. But that's what's going on with that, and hopefully something can materialize in terms of that. Then we can get rid of Jackson, and then there's more room available. But we know Chelsea is not even looking to find a replacement for Jackson, because they already have confidence in the players that they have. They say they have enough, and I also think so, because they have someone like Palmer that can play as a false nine if they need be. You have Estevao that can also play as a false nine if they need be. Now you also have two people that are playing as a number 9 in João Pedro and Liam Delap. So I think in that sense we are somewhat covered, right? But Napoli is interested in Kane, Chukwuemeka. Now, I told you about Kane yesterday, what he was discussing with Dortmund, right? He really wants to go to Dortmund, and Dortmund wanted loan, but he does not, and Chelsea does not want a loan. Chelsea want a permanent deal right now, so I feel like they're where they stuck at. But the player really wants to go back, and like I said numerous of times, I don't blame him. But again, like he's frustrated about the way Chelsea deal with players, and to understand, I understand him. Now, even though I don't appreciate him going to Dortmund to kind of talk to them about that, and to make it seem, like, but I also understand his frustration. But the way Chelsea deal with outgoing player, I don't think it's fair, right? Because the way we did it with Jackson, the way we did it with Nkunku, the way we dealt with Chalobah, like, I don't think it's absolutely fair. Now, I understand, it's outgoing, you're not going to use them, but come on now, you can be better. You can do something, better with that. But let me know your thoughts about that. Do you think the way the Chelsea owner currently deal with outgoing player, is it fair? Do you think they could do better with it? But let me know your thoughts about that. Arthur Gilchrist, right? If you don't know this guy, from the academy came, he's a fullback, I like it. He's like the old school type of fullback, right? He gets stuck in, very physical and stuff like that. Man, Chelsea's looking to get rid of him. Obviously, we're getting rid of a lot of players, but now according to Ben Jacobs, he might go to the Championship Al Saudi. And Chelsea have reduced their asking price for him to, I think $1 million or something like that, around that area. So I think Gilchrist could leave Chelsea, and I think he's definitely going to leave Chelsea. Now let's move to somewhere else. Let's move to other clubs. Let's see what's happening. Liverpool, yeah? Liverpool. They have signed Leoni. Yeah, Leoni from Parma, brilliant player. He's a youngster, right? Like I told you several times, he's gonna be. I think they're gonna use him as an understudy to the players that they have right now. He's 18 years old, so the pressure is not really on him. Like I said, to kind of perform. And I like what most clubs are doing right now. So it's like you bring it in, kind of like that transition player, right? When I say transition player, what I mean is like the player that is going to take over. So there will be an understudy to whoever that is currently there that is performing, and then once that person is out, it's like it's not like they're about to start all over. They already have somebody that can just kind of slide into that spot, and the transition itself is smooth, right? So it's a brilliant move for the player. It's a brilliant move for Liverpool as well. And it's going to happen. But this kind of put them in a good position in terms of they're going for Guehi. Now, I know they want to sign the player as well. And the player also is keen on the move. But, there's a little bit of problem on the price tag. The evaluation there where the both clubs kind of differ. Liverpool want to pay around 30 million. And I said Chelsea. And Crystal Palace, I think the money around 35 or so, right? So, but they also think, Liverpool also think, since the player is in his last year of his contract, they're not going to overpay for him, knowing fully well they can easily get him on a free next year. Consider him, the player himself, don't want to sign a new deal. So that could be something good for them. But let me know your thoughts about that. Do you think that deal will happen, or Liverpool going to wait? Who knows? But let's move. Madrid announced the signing of Mastantuono. I don't know. Let's call him Franco, yeah? Before I ruin the better name, let's call him Franco. I know, like I've been saying here, right? Madrid need a proper right winger. And apparently that's the position of this guy. And I know he can also play in the midfield as well, as almost like a 10. But him being a proper right winger, that will help Madrid as well, because I feel like Madrid needed it. Now they have too many right-footed players. Does that mean Rodrigo can get out? And what does that mean for City and Rodrigo with that deal? But let's see what happened in terms of that. But speaking of City, I just saw that Shirky has been given the number 10. I'm excited to watch this guy play. Now, I don't like City. It's not like I hate City. I hate Arsenal. I hate Spurs. City, I think it's like a good amount of dislike for City, right? Manchester United also, like, I hate, right? I hate Manchester United, but City is like a good bit of dislike for City. But Shirky, on the other hand, I'm looking to watch this guy play. I think he's a brilliant talent. They're giving him the number 10. Does that mean City have finally come and have finally broken ties with Grealish, that he's never going to be integrated into the squad again, or they're just willing to just looking to get rid of him after that loan deal. And I think that's what's going to happen. But Shirky, number 10, ooh la la, it's going to be good. Can't wait to see him play, right? Hopefully he doesn't bring none of that to Chelsea. I know I trust my midfield, but let's see what happens with that. And Brighton, right? They are doing the madness. So Manchester United, obviously, we all know, is interested in Baleba, and Manchester United had decided to prioritize midfielders over goalkeeper. Right now, they won the 2 positions, but it depends on how much they're gonna pay for Baleba. Now, if according to Ben Jacobs, if Brighton decide to go with a ridiculous price tag, then they might leave. But if Manchester United think it's reasonable and they could negotiate, then they will stay negotiate and get the player to Manchester United. But as of now, Brighton have not given a price tag, so they haven't put a price on the player. And it is said that they are doing the similar thing that they did with Caicedo 2 years ago when Chelsea was interested in him. They didn't really give a price tag until Liverpool came in with a ridiculous bid, and then Chelsea had to match the bid with a little bit more to get the player. And at the end result, obviously he's a Chelsea player now. But you see, it's like kind of like a little bit of a tactics here. So whoever comes into bid, now they get somebody else to kind of, now Manchester United have to match the bid, or get out, or a little bit more. So it's like I think they're kind of doing something like that. So now maybe they want Manchester United first bid as well. Maybe even if nobody's coming in, maybe if Manchester bid, let's say 60 million, and then they can go, no, we don't want 60 million, we want 80 million. If you can, so it's one of those things, right? So it's like they're where they are with it. But let me know your thoughts about that. Do you think Baleba to Man United is possible this summer? Do you think it will happen? Like I said, my opinion about that is gonna be a good signing for him, right? It's going to help Manchester United midfield, and I think they need that DM considering the players that they have. You cannot depend on Casemiro. The brother is, come on, you'll be asking way too much for him, and I think having him in that defense would be good. Now, that doesn't mean I think with him Manchester United going to compete for the Premier League. No, I don't think that at all. But I think with him, they can put themselves in a good position in terms of the transition that they're working on, or the project that they're working on. I think he can help Manchester United get to that place that Manchester United aiming at, right? Which is, back to the glory days, back to Manchester United being Manchester United as one of the top clubs in Europe. Right now, they are not. They are one of the biggest clubs in the world, but they are not one of the biggest teams in Europe as of now. So Baleba, bringing somebody like Baleba, we know they already have Sesko, they already have Mbeumo Cunha as well. Those are good signs as well. So, and they have a couple young players that they can build those project with as well. So I think that's good. So do you think that particular deal will happen? Let me know your thoughts down below. And UEFA have decided to go with something with a madness here. UEFA have decided, planning, we haven't decided, I don't think it's concrete yet, but there's a plan to make the UEFA Super Cup a 4-team tournament. So meaning there's going to be a semi-final, right, between 4 teams, so one semi, another, and then the final. So like a 3-game kind of competition. I know there's the Conference League, there's the Europa League, there's the Champions League, but I don't know what other European competition is going to be in it. So we're looking to see, maybe they're going to add another one. I don't see them adding another one to it, but I don't know. Maybe if you came second in the Champions League, you get to participate. We're going to see how that goes. But why are they doing it now? Why didn't they do it this year? Yeah, let's show PSG and Spurs how it's done. Yeah, let's put PSG in worry, but not Chelsea be having another European trophy. How about that? Yeah, but now they're ruining it, UEFA. But again, let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Everything we've discussed, from Nkunku to Bayern, Chelsea gesture to the Chelsea squad gesture to Jota family, Andrew Silva family as well. What do you think about Liverpool, the signing they made, and what they're going to do with Guehi? Do you think it's going to happen? And Brighton with Baleba, their whole saga, do you think it's happening or not? Well, like I said, let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated, guys. See you later. Cheers.